All right, Raiders-Jets. I think this is kind of a sneaky good game. I mean, we know the Raiders are right there on the cusp of the playoffs. They're favored by 3, playing that dreaded 1 o'clock game Eastern time in New York. The Jets kind of got a little roll going right now. I'll throw this out to you here. We're expecting a lot of rain here Sunday in the New York tri-state area. So this game could be played in a pretty good downfall. I think we're looking at like high 30s, low 40s. It says 90% chance of rain. I was just looking at the weather earlier, and I happened to catch my eyes. But Raiders favored by 3, over under at 46.5. Go ahead, Mike. What do you think goes down here?
99% chance of precipitation on Sunday in New York. 53 is the high, 39 is the low. I like the Jets in this one. We saw what they did to the Cowboys at MetLife Stadium earlier this year. Now they've won 2 in a row. And the Raiders may be due for a little bit of a correction. We're assuming it's going to be 7-4 Raiders at the 7-4 Chiefs next week. This one's not going to be as easy as some think it will be. And look, the Raiders screwed around with the Bengals last week, 17-10. I guess I'm a little upset because the Raiders are one of my best bets to cover the 11-point spread, and they didn't. So I'm going to take it out on them this week, and I'm going to pick the Jets for spite. Yes, sometimes it comes down to spite. The Raiders screwed me last week. I would have been 3-0, and I do feel like it's time for a bit of a correction. And I like what the Jets are doing defensively. Yep. I like how they're using Jamal Adams. We've talked about that. He's at the line of scrimmage. He's creating havoc.
Yep.
He had 6 sacks in 3 games. 1, then 2, then 3. He's due for 4 this week. And this is the kind of thing that could get inside Derek Carr's head and really contribute to not a full-blown meltdown, but the kind of game that makes it hard for the Raiders to win. I like the Jets 20-17. I'm taking it. That's my upset special of the week. Raiders 3 points favorites. I think they're going to lose by 3, 20-17.
Wow. So you bring up some interesting things. This is the first thing I'm going to say. Greg Williams, the last few times he's had to face John Gruden, it has not been good. I got to think Greg Williams is going to evaluate that. Like last year with the Cleveland Browns, the Raiders went up and down the field on Greg Williams' Cleveland Brown defense. You know, I played for John Gruden. We played Greg Williams that 2005 year where we went to the playoffs. We played him twice that year. We had a lot of what they did blitz-wise and the creative blitzes that Greg Williams brings. We had a good plan of attack, and Gruden is obsessed with stopping that type of stuff. Well, I think the next chess move is Greg Williams is a pretty smart guy. He's going to realize, like especially after last year's game, he's got a beat on some of the things I'm going to do. I need to change it up a little. The Raiders, we know they're a run-first football team. Well, guess what? The Jets are one of the best run defenses in the game. They are. The Jets can, and a little bit is because of what you said. Jamal Adams is down there at the line of scrimmage. They do have a good amount of big people, and I'm just going to pull this up just to make sure I'm talking totally correctly here. Oh, I'm very correct. The Jets have the number 1 run defense in football. I knew it was really good. I didn't know it was number 1. So that, to me, is advantage Jets. You know, again, the Raiders' defense is not special by any stretch of the imagination. They're like okay at stopping the run. They're below okay, below average as far as stopping the pass. And Sam Darnold and Gase, I think, got a little mojo going on the offensive side of the ball. I, too, am making this an upset. So I'm a little disappointed you picked this, you jerk, but I'm with you. I'm going Jets 20-17. I actually think who do you think the rain helps or hurts? I don't really know here. You know, I think the Jets want to rely on throwing the ball a little bit more than the Raiders, so that scares me a little bit. But I do think ultimately the Raiders coming from California, 1 o'clock Eastern time start, cold, rainy, wet day, it just all seems to line up to a blah performance by the Raiders, and that's why I go Jets. I'm with you there.
Yeah, see, you can't kick my ass if we have all the same picks. And on this one, we have the exact same score of 20-17.
I know. Well, you're my work wife, and that's just what happens when you're a married couple on TV and you're the wife and I'm the husband. I mean, that's what happens every now and then. You know, it's a damn shame.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.